Community Connection on KGNB, brought to you by Waters International Realty.
This is Paige Green with your Community Connection. We're here with Staci Thomas, the Chief of Staff of Chosen. So tell us a little bit about what is Chosen.
So Chosen is a nonprofit organization based in New Braunfels. Our mission is to help children, teens, and their families prevent and heal trauma from maltreatment through healthy relational connections. We work with children, teens, and their caregivers and their whole family who've been impacted by the child welfare system, which means that we serve foster and adoptive families as well as relatives who have been placed with foster children and birth parents who have been reunified with their birth children after removal by the state. In other words, we help anybody impacted by the child welfare system in our community.
So what, as the Chief of Staff, do you do at Chosen?
So I am responsible for running the day-to-day operations of our organization. I support our Chief Executive Officer, Jenny Ward, as she moves our mission forward.
And why are the services that Chosen provides necessary for the community?
So children and teens who are in the homes that we serve, they've been through some really hard things in their lives. They've been removed from their birth families, and they're dealing with grief and loss from that removal. The reasons for that removal are also hard. They've been impacted by trauma at some level, whether it's neglect or abuse. Those things experienced by these kids that we serve not only hurt their bodies, but their brains and their entire belief system about the world are impacted. And what results from all of that are challenging behaviors. And so those challenging behaviors can be really, really difficult for foster and adoptive parents to handle. And when anybody parenting a child who's been in child welfare starts to care for them, things can get messy. Stress increases in the home, and at times the stress is so much that it causes parents to want to give up because they don't see that there's a way to keep going with these kids in their families. And when that happens, kids go back into foster care, which adds to the trauma that they've already been through. Chosen works to interrupt that cycle by coming alongside families to help them keep going. And we have a 99% success rate since 2016 of keeping families together.
Wow, a 99% success rate. So how are your services different than those of a traditional therapist?
So we work with the family as a whole unit. Kids and teens who have been hurt and who are in the foster care system, they definitely need therapy. We support that 100%. But their families, so their parents, their caregivers, their siblings, their brothers and sisters who are in the home, they need help too. So we come alongside that entire family unit to help them build connections and attachments with each other. Science has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that when attachments between kids and their parents strengthen, the impact of trauma on the brain improves and those challenging behaviors get better. We often work with the child's therapist and the child's school to make sure that everybody in the family and in that child's entire life is on the same page with what is needed to help that kiddo heal from what they've been through.
So in the foster and adoption process as a whole, when does Chosen come into play, and how do families reach out to receive these services?
Sure, that's a great question. We will serve a family who is a current licensed foster parent. We also serve families who have already finalized their adoptions. And in our area, there are lots and lots of relatives who are parenting children who are in foster care, and we will help those parents as well. We also will come alongside birth families who have been reunified with their children after they've been removed by the state. So we'll work with a family at any point along the continuum of care. So Families who have been impacted by child welfare at any point can reach out to us for our services. And it's a really easy process. All a family has to do is go to our website. Our website is www.chosen.care. And there's a little button at the top of the page that says Get Help Now. And when you click on that, there's a really easy form to fill out online. You can do it on a computer or on your phone. And someone from our intake staff will be back in touch with you within 48 hours.
So when families fill out the form and receive services from Chosen, what can they expect in the process as a whole?
Sure. So someone from our intake staff will call the family and explain our services in detail so that the family is not having to read a bunch of stuff, and the family can ask questions right from that first phone call. We also are really proud of the fact that from that first phone call, any family who's calling to get help can end that call with at least one piece of practical help that they can use within their home so that they're not waiting. And then within the next couple of days or weeks, they'll get matched with someone on our staff who will give them services throughout the entire time that we're working with the family. Most families work with us for about 6 months. Some families need more time. Some families need less time, but our staff who is assigned to them, we call them care managers. The care manager will create a plan for the family so the family knows exactly what kind of help they will be getting from us over the next few months.
Can you explain some of your newest programs at Chosen?
Sure. We have been helping foster, adopted, and relative families within our community since 2016. But recently, the need has increased for services to be delivered to at-risk teens and youth who are alumni of foster care. Many teenagers and young adults are in good, safe foster and adopted homes, but there is a group of teenagers and young adults who don't have any caring adults in their lives to help them heal from what they've been through. So at Chosen, we have launched new programming to directly help that population within our community. So we'll come alongside these teens and young adults with life skills, therapeutic services, and we help them make healthy connections to safe adults so that they can get on their own path of healing.
And where does Chosen serve? Which communities?
So we serve the greater San Antonio area, so all of the New Braunfels area, Comal County, and then in Bexar County and all the surrounding counties.
And how can members of these communities help Chosen? Can they donate or volunteer?
Sure. So the first thing that I really like to encourage people to do is get the word out about our services. If you're listening to this and you know of a foster or adoptive parent, tell them about us. Send them to our website. If you know of a relative, a grandparent, or an aunt or an uncle who's raising a child who's been in the child welfare system, tell them about us too. We love to help relative caregivers with support that they may not be getting elsewhere. We would really love to help. So that's the first thing. The second thing that people can do is give. We are a nonprofit organization, and we partner with community foundations and organizations to serve this population. But we fundraise, and we really appreciate any amount of a gift that you can give right on our website. And that gift will absolutely help to make a difference in a child's life.
You mentioned that you partnered with some organizations in the community. What are some examples of that?
Sure. So we are a partner of United Way. One of our longest partners is the McKenna Foundation. They are a fantastic joint partner in this work with us. We also work with Belong, who is the community-based care provider in our community. And and they refer lots of families to us.
One last time, what was the website again, Staci?
Sure, it's www.chosen.care.
Well, thank you for speaking with us today and telling us about Chosen. Is there anything else you would like to add about this organization?
I would just encourage you to check out our website and see how you can partner with us to really help children who need it.